What's up, Warriors Nation? Today, I'm bringing you a video that's going to tug at the heartstrings of every Golden State Warriors fan. We're diving into a hypothetical trade that could change everything. Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and two names that shake up the NBA, Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler. Could a bold move like this take us back to the top, or would it be a gamble that threatens our dynasty? Get ready for a passionate analysis with exclusive tactics, eye-popping numbers, and a story that'll keep you hooked until the end. If you bleed blue and gold like I do, you already know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Let's dive in together and find out what the future might hold for the Warriors. The 2024-25 season was an emotional roller coaster for the Warriors, and the ending left our hearts in pieces. After finishing the regular season with a 48-34 record, the team secured the 5th seed in the West, but the playoffs brought a painful second-round exit against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The series was epic, going to Game 7, where the Wolves edged out a 105-102 win, a game that exposed our weaknesses. The hardest blow? Stephen Curry, our maestro, twisted his ankle in the decisive game and played only 13 minutes in the entire series. Without him, the offense collapsed, and the defense couldn't contain Anthony Edwards, who dropped 32 points in Game 7. Curry, at 37 years old, is still the heart of the Warriors. During the regular season, he averaged 25.7 points, 6.3 assists, and 4.5 rebounds, shooting 42.3% from three, proof that he's still one of the league's elite. But his playoff injury revealed a harsh truth. The team relies too much on Draymond Green, now 35, remains the defensive brain, but his offensive impact has declined, averaging 8.6 points and 7.2 rebounds. He still leads the league in hustle, with 1.8 steals per game, but his body can't keep up the same pace as before. Andrew Wiggins was a mystery. He ended the season averaging 13.2 points, but his inconsistency was glaring. Some nights, he looked like the 2022 All-Star. Other nights, he disappeared. In the playoffs, his average dropped to 11.5 points on just 39% shooting against the Wolves' aggressive defense. On the other hand, Jonathan Kuminga shined as a rising star. At 22, he had his best season yet, with 16.1 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, including a 35-point night against the Denver Nuggets in February 2025. But his inexperience showed in the playoffs, where he averaged 10.3 points on 38% shoot. The fans reacted with passion and frustration. After Game 7, the Chase Center fell silent, but social media erupted with hashtags like #NationDespair and Warriors Rebuild. Fans flooded forums calling for drastic changes, while others urged patience with the young core. The media joined the conversation. The San Francisco Chronicle ran the headline "End of an Era," highlighting the aging of Curry and Green, while ESPN questioned whether the Warriors still had enough in the tank to compete in the Wild West. It's in this climate of uncertainty, hope, and urgency that a game-changing trade idea begins to take shape. Just imagine it. Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler wearing Warriors jerseys. Sounds crazy? Well, check out this proposal. The idea is a 3-team trade involving the Warriors, Suns, and Heat. Golden State would send Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Andrew Wiggins, and 2 first-round picks, 2026 and 2028, 1 to the Suns, 1 to the Heat. In return, Durant would come back to the Bay Area, and Butler would join to strengthen the roster. Let's break down why this could work for everyone. For the Phoenix Suns, the motivation is clear. After 3 straight seasons without a finals appearance, with back-to-back conference semifinal exits in 2024 and 2025, the pressure is sky-high. Durant, at 36, is still a beast, averaging 27.1 points and shooting 41% from 3 last season, but his $51 million contract is a burden for a team that's not winning. Trading him for Wiggins, $26 million, Kuminga, and a draft pick would give Phoenix a chance to retool without fully rebuild. Wiggins can be a solid wing next to Devin Booker, while Kuminga could become the franchise cornerstone. The Suns, desperate. The Miami Heat have their reasons too. Jimmy Butler, now 36, is still a natural leader, putting up 20.8 points and 1.7 steals per game last season, but his $48 million contract expires in 2026, and the Heat haven't been back to the finals since 2023. With an aging roster and Bam Adebayo as the only young star, Miami might be ready to reset. Moses Moody, a 23-year-old wing with defensive upside, 1.2 steals per game, plus a draft pick, would be valuable assets. Wiggins could also be flipped in another deal, giving Pat Riley added flexibility. For the Warriors, the goal is simple: maximize the final years of Curry and Green. Durant and Butler are proven playoff performers, and together they could form an unstoppable team. But the price is steep. Kuminga represents the future, Moody has promise, and draft picks are gold in a competitive league. Contract-wise, the numbers line up. Durant and Butler combine for $99 million, while Wiggins, Kuminga, and Moody total $38.8 million. To balance it, the Warriors could add smaller contracts, like Gary Payton II, $9 million, or bring in a third team. The NBA has seen wild trades before. Why not now? Tactically, Durant and Butler on the Warriors would be a Steve Kerr masterpiece, but also a challenge. Kevin Durant has already proven he thrives in Golden State's system. Between 2016 and 2019, he led the team to 2 titles, averaging 25.8 points and shooting 43% from 3 in the playoffs. His height, 6'10", and wingspan make him an unguardable shooter, and in Kerr's flowing offense, he'd be dead. Imagine a pick and roll with Curry. The big switches onto Steph, and Durant finishes with an alley-oop or a lethal fadeaway. If the defense collapses on KD, Curry hits from deep. He shot 47% on open threes last season. Durant is also underrated as a passer, with 5 assists per game, perfect for the Warriors' ball move. Jimmy Butler would bring something the team has missed since Andre Iguodala, elite perimeter defense. With a 106 defensive rating and 1.7 steals per game, Butler shuts down stars like LeBron, Kawhi, or Tatum, freeing up Draymond to focus on protecting the paint. On offense, he's a relentless slasher, shooting 55% in the paint and earning 6.6 free throws per game last season. That adds a new dimension to the Warriors' attack, which sometimes relies too heavily on threes, 38.9% of all shots in 2024-25. Picture Butler cutting inside while Curry and Durant space the floor. It'd be a nightmare for any defense. Compared to other historic trios, this group resembles the 2010-14 Heat, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, but with better shooting, or even the 2017 Warriors, Curry, Durant, Thompson, but with more defense. Numerically, the impact would be massive. The Warriors' net rating last season was plus 2.1, but with Durant and Butler, it could jump to plus 10, like in 2017, plus 11.6. The defense, which finished with a 112.3 DRT, could drop to around 105, top 5 in the league. But there are risks. Durant and Butler, both 36, have injury histories. Durant missed 15 games in 2024-25, Butler missed 20. Durability over an 82-game season plus playoffs is a real concern, and the chemistry with Draymond could be explosive. In 2018, Green and Durant had a major blow-up, and Butler has clashed in previous locker rooms. Kerr would need to be a master ego manager to make it work. Here's the big dilemma. Trading Jonathan Kuminga for Durant and Butler. Is it a win-now move or mortgaging the future? Kuminga, just 22, broke out in 2024-25, averaging 16.1 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists, showcasing athleticism reminiscent of Giannis. He had 10 games with over 20 points, including 35 against the Nuggets, with a dunk that shattered the backboard and went viral on Twitter. His potential is all-star level, but he's still raw. His three-point shooting improved to 34.5%, but his defense is inconsistent, 115 DRTG, and he struggled in the playoffs against the Wolves, 10.3 points, 38% FG. Trading Kuminga for Durant and Butler is going all in on the present. Curry, now 37, and Green, 35, don't have much time left. Durant and Butler, though older, are playoff machines. Durant averages 29 points per postseason game, Butler 22. Together, they could give Curry his 5th ring. But the cost is the future. Without Kuminga and draft picks, the Warriors would be vulnerable post-Curry, possibly facing dark years like the 2000s. Keeping Kuminga means betting on the long term. He could lead a new era, but that's a gamble. Not every young player becomes a star. Look at Andrew Wiggins. He was a top prospect in Minnesota, but only thrived with structure in Golden State. Analysts are divided. Zach Lowe might say, Curry is a GOAT. You don't waste his final years. Bill Simmons would counter, Kuminga is special. Trading him for 2 aging vets is dumb. The fan base is split too. An Instagram poll showed 52% in favor of the trade, 48% against. It's a hair-pulling decision. If this trade happens, the NBA will explode. Wojnarowski would break it on Twitter. Sources, Warriors, Suns, Heat, discussing blockbuster trade involving Durant and Butler. The internet would melt in minutes. Stephen A. Smith would scream on First Take, this is insane. The Warriors are throwing away their future for 2 36-year-olds. Max Kellerman would fire back, you're crazy, Stephen A. Durant and Butler with Curry? That's unstoppable. Kendrick Perkins would say, Curry deserves another ring, and this is the perfect duo. Kuminga's good, but Durant is forever. Charles Barkley would laugh, they're desperate, but I love the drum. Can they survive the West? Let's see. Even LeBron might tweet something cryptic like, interesting, recalling the 2017 and 2018 finals against Durant and Curry. The league impact would be seismic. The Lakers, with LeBron and AD, would have to respond, maybe chasing a 3rd star. The Denver Nuggets, led by Jokic, 2025 MVP, would feel the pressure in the West. In the East, the Celtics, defending champs, and the Bucks with Giannis would recalibrate to face a supercharged Warriors in the finals. The Cavaliers, still haunted by 2016-18, would see Durant's return as a revived night. This trade could also trigger a domino effect. The Sixers might go after Lillard, the Nets could make a move with Mikal Bridges, and the market would go wild. It would be like 2010 all over again, when LeBron joined the Heat and changed everything. The question is, would the Warriors be the villains or the heroes of this new era? Financially, this trade is a risky balancing act. For 2025-26, the NBA salary cap is projected at $145 million, with the luxury tax line at $175 million. The Warriors are already at $170 million. Adding Durant, 51 meters, and Butler, 48, pushes payroll to 269 meters, but subtracting Wiggins, 26 meters, Kuminga, 7.6 meters, and Moody, 5.2, brings it down. New total, 170 meters, 38.8 house, plus $19.99, $230.2 million. That's $55.2 million over the luxury tax line. The tax would be brutal, $1.50 per dollar for the first $5 over, rising to $3.25 per dollar above $20 million. Total, over $120 million just in tax, not including payroll. Joe Lacob already paid $170 million in luxury tax in 2022. Would he do it again for a title? But losing 2 draft picks and cheap young talent like Kuminga and Moody limits the future, making it harder to reload post-Curry. On the other hand, the hype would be profitable. Chase Center games would sell out in minutes. Durant and Butler jerseys would fly off the shelves, and TV ratings would soar. In 2017, 2017, the Warriors' revenue jumped 30% with Durant. Something similar could offset the hit. It's a risky investment, but a ring can justify everything. Warriors Nation, what do you think? Durant and Butler alongside Curry and Green would form a dream team. A basketball machine capable of giving us that elusive fifth ring. But the price is Jonathan Kuminga, our future, and draft picks that could rebuild the franchise. Curry, at 37, and Green, at 35, are running out of time. Each titleless season hurts more. This might be the last chance to see Steph raise the trophy, with Durant and Butler as deadly weapons by his side. But what about after? Kuminga, just 22, is a raw diamond who could shine for a decade. Trading him means giving up a potential new dynasty for one desperate shot at glory. So tell me, are you going all in for the present or holding steady for the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you make the trade or keep Kuminga? Like if this video reignited your Warriors passion, subscribe and turn on the bell. We are the best fans in the NBA. Together, let's dream and fight for the next golden chapter. See you next time.